Namaste viewers, welcome to Gnanadevula channel. In this episode, we'll go through the story of Jayadratha, the fall of the Jayadratha, or how he was killed in the Mahabharata war. But before we go to the story, I request you to please like, share and then subscribe to my channel. Thank you. So, it was the 11th day of the Kurukshetra war. And here, this Jayadratha, the king of Sindhu, he was on the Kauravas side. He fought valiantly in the battlefield. His initial victory came when he defeated Drupada and his Panchala forces. He defeats Drupada and Panchala forces. However, the young warrior Abhimanyu, son of Arjuna, he came to Drupada's help in a very fierce sword fight. Abhimanyu overpowered Jayadratha, forcing him to run away from the battlefield. So now after 2 days later, on the 13th day, 11th day is over, 13th day of the war, the Kauravas launched the impenetrable Chakravyuha formation. It was a very complex formation of the army, very difficult to enter and then come out of that. This was crafted by the master strategist Dronacharya. Abhimanyu, though he was young, he possessed the knowledge to overcome this intricate arrangement, breach this intricate arrangement, and he enters the Chakravyuha with a great plan, so that the Pandava forces would follow him and break the formation from within. But fate was other way. As Abhimanyu stormed through the ranks, Jayadratha, empowered by a boon from Lord Shiva, when he had prayed to Lord Shiva, Shiva had given him a boon that he could stop everybody except stop Pandavas except Arjuna. Stood firm at the entrance of the Chakravyuha, Jayadratha. His boon allowed him to hold off all the Pandava brothers, Yudhishthira, Bhima, Nakula, Sahadeva, all the 4 of them. He could stop them, leaving Abhimanyu isolated inside the formation. He was left alone. Inside the Chakravyuha, he was caught. Abhimanyu was caught. Kauravas, they just closed in on Abhimanyu, outnumbered, unsupported, and Abhimanyu fought very valiantly, displaying unmatched courage and skill. Yet he was ultimately overpowered from all sides, and somebody from the back brutally killed him. So Abhimanyu's death was a great loss for the Pandavas. It was like a thunderbolt. Draupadi mourned very deeply. She was very much in tears. And Yudhishthira and Bhima were consumed with guilt. They were all guilty, feeling guilty for sparing Jayadratha when they had the chance. If they had killed Jayadratha, it would have been a different story. But no one was more devastated than Arjuna. Arjuna was very much upset, consumed by grief and outrage and rage, anger. Arjuna stood on the battlefield and swore a terrifying oath. He said, "I will kill Jayadratha before sunset the next day. If I fail, he promised to end his own life by stepping into the fire." I will burn myself. That was the oath which was taken by Arjuna. Now, the 14th day of this fight, this Mahabharata fight starts. Now, Arjuna's quest for revenge. The Kauravas, aware of the Arjuna's oath, they know this Arjuna's oath. They surrounded Jayadratha with a lot of 3-4 layers of impenetrable formations, all kinds of things, formations. They surrounded Jayadratha so that Arjuna cannot come there. And if he cannot kill him, he would kill himself, and that would be a great advantage for the Kauravas. So they made all this Chakravyuha, carved formation, Suchimukha Vyuha, Suchi means needle-like formation, and the Padma Vyuha, lotus formation. All these formations, they made it around Jayadratha to protect him. The Kaurava warriors were very determined to protect Jayadratha at all costs, whatever could be, they wanted to protect him. So now the battle begins, and Arjuna, accompanied by Krishna, he just keeps on fighting, tore through the Kaurava ranks. He just one by one, he is just killing everybody and then moving forward. Bhima and Satyaki also joined the onslaught, cutting through the enemy forces. They are cutting through and then fighting and then moving forward. Yet, despite their great might, despite their great valor, the layers of the defense was so much that it delayed Arjuna, and it was beginning to it was going to be the sun was setting. So with the time slipping away, Arjuna he had to kill him before the evening, before sunsets, otherwise he would immolate himself. So Arjuna was battle raged. Arjuna the time was slipping away. Arjuna grew desperate. He was desperate because thousands of warriors still stood between him and Jayadratha. So many warriors. He had to keep on killing. By the time he would reach Jayadratha, the sun would have set in. So just as hope seemed lost, he thought, oh, it's over. Then this clever Krishna, ever resourceful, always finding some kind of a solution to any problem, he used his divine Sudarshana Chakra. He just twins his Sudarshana Chakra, turns his Sudarshana Chakra to obscure the sun so that he would block the sun's rays. So now when the Sudarshana Chakra blocked the sun's rays, the battlefield plunged into sudden darkness. So it's becoming night, and the Kauravas erupted in celebration. They all got, oh yes, it is now, it is already night, and Arjuna has failed in his oath. He has failed in his oath, and then he would commit suicide by jumping into the fire. Jayadratha was also confident of his survival. Now it's already dark. He emerged from the formation to mock Arjuna. He comes forward and then thanks. See, you said that I will kill me. You will kill me before the sunset. Now it is already sunset, and then now what are you going to do? You kill yourself. But at that time, Krishna, with a naughty smile, removed the illusion. Removes this chakra, revealing the sun still shining in the sky. Pointing at Jayadratha, Krishna urges Arjuna to act swiftly, very swiftly. You just kill him, that's all. Arjuna, with divine precision, fierce in his attack, fired a celestial arrow. The weapon sliced through the air, severing Jayadratha's head. It just cut his head, and then he shot the arrow in such a way this Jayadratha's head was carried, guided by divine power. It carried the severe head, flew far from the battlefield. It just flew far away and landed just on the lap of Jayadratha's father, Vruddhakshetra. His father was just, he was just meditating somewhere, doing something. His son's head, this weapon carries and then puts the son's head on his lap, on the father's lap. Now, Vruddhakshetra, he was bound by a curse. He had vowed that anyone who caused his son's head to fall to the ground would perish instantly. His head would be broken into 1,000 pieces. That was the shapa he had got. That means whoever who cut his head and it fell on the ground, immediately that fellow would die. But here what happens? The head comes and falls on the father's lap. Now, this father, Vruddhakshetra, he is horrified by the sight of his son's head on his lap. Vruddhakshetra, without any thought, without any thinking, he just instinctively stood up and the head fell to the ground. The curse took effect and Vruddhakshetra's head burst into 100 pieces, ending his life instantly. Actually, it was Arjuna who killed, but he ensured that the head would fall from the hands, would fall from the body of the father Vruddhakshetra. So thereby Vruddhakshetra also dies. The curse took effect and Vruddhakshetra's head burst into 100 pieces, ending his life instantly. So while Jayadratha dead, Arjuna fulfilled his vow, but the cost of Abhimanyu's loss still weighed heavily on the Pandavas. So Jayadratha's fall was a reminder of the complex web of duty, vengeance and destiny that governed this Mahabharata. Through his courage, through Krishna's wisdom and the divine intervention, Arjuna's oath was fulfilled, cementing this story as one of the most gripping episodes of the great epic war Mahabharata. Viewers, with this small story, we conclude this episode. I hope the story was quite interesting. Thank you for your valuable time in listening to this story. Please post your comments in the comment box. Of course, for the benefit of the readers, we have put all this in the description box. Thank you, viewers.